Right, what's happening, boys? Today we've got a leg session at our new gym in Stoke, Destination Gym. You may have seen a familiar face training there. George Osborne, he also trains there. Today is the first time I'm going to be training legs there. Now, it is prime heaven, mate. They've got over, I think it's 11 prime pieces, and a lot of it I've never even used before, ever. So like, I've never trained legs with any prime equipment. I've never used the prime leg extension, seated leg curl, lying leg curl, any of that. We've also got a pendulum squat in there. It's not the Atlantis, which is considered the best pendulum squat. As always, I'll take you boys with me during the workout. This is not exactly gym attire, a Hugo Boss t-shirt. And then we have today's outfit. We got Gymshark shorts. These are the comfy shorts I own. I do have them, My Protein Velocity Ultra, 5 inches, but the waistband is broke on it. And also the pockets are a bit dodgy. Like, the quality of these Gymshark ones is a lot better. And that's coming from someone who does work with My Protein, but this t-shirt is from them too. I remember they first sent this out to me last year, April time, when I first started working with them. And the fit of it, I love the fit of it. And it's quite thin and breathable, so it'll be perfect for leg days, mate. I don't know what to wear on top though, because usually I wear a quarter zip. The only quarter zip I've got in there is a red My Protein one. I wanted to own a black one really, so it might have to be a hoodie. We'll go for this one. This My Protein hoodie, I got it the other day. I can't remember what it's called. I remember Harry Knights, I think he did a shoot for My Protein. He was the model and he put a story on wearing it, and I really liked the hood. I don't like hoodies with drawstrings at all. I don't like drawstrings on hoodies. So this one I liked the look of, and then when I got it, I thought it was quite oversized, but it's not. It's quite tight, which I don't really like that much, but I do like the material, and I like how the branding is like rubberized, and you can see like the neck on it is you can't really see it actually, I'm lying. You might be able to, I don't know, but I like the neck. It's just the fit I'm not really that much of a fan of, because it's quite tight. I like my hoodies baggy. We've got here, we're at the gym. I'm just going to sit here for a couple of minutes, collect my thoughts, meditate, just, you know, get into the zone. I'm not actually going to meditate, by the way. Just going to listen to some fucking tunes. Tell you what's my favourite I've just listened to, which gets you in the fucking mood to train. Bit of Phil Collins, mate. This one. You know the one that was on the Cadbury's advert with the fucking gorilla, mate, going at it with the drumsticks. Right, first up, we've got the adductor, basically to get some blood into the adductors. That's going to help with stabilising your hips during your compound movement. So during your pendulum squat, your hatch squat, your leg press, whichever it is that you're going to be doing as your compound work, your adductors are going to be very important to keeping all that pelvis and everything stable. And also, if you want big legs, you want your legs to look thick and wide, focus on your adductors, boys. Now, I've never used this machine, prime leg extension, and you can change so much on it, it's ridiculous. You can change how far up your shin. You have this, which you want it not too high to the point where it hurts, but you want it higher up your shin, as high up as you can get it, if possible. Basically, that's going to reduce the joint stress on your knee the higher up you've got it. So you don't want it literally touching your fucking foot, and you don't want it like literally up here, so just find where feels most comfortable for you. And then also you can obviously adjust the resistance profile with the cam. We want it basically to overload that shortened position, more the mid to shortened position, because if you overload just the shortened position, you're then going to get pretty much no tension or minimal tension at the bottom. So mid to shortened position. And then also you can adjust where it starts. So you want it as far back as possible, so you can obviously lengthen that quad as much as possible. Oh my god, that's good. I'm not sure whether it's just because of how it's set up, but there's pretty much no tension at the bottom. So I'm going to play around with this and see which settings work best. Obviously I'm used to using just a normal leg extension where the resistance is fairly even. There we go, that feels a lot better. Put it on the mid-range, feels a lot smoother. Now obviously this is my first time using this machine, and it's going to be my first time using a lot of these machines, so it's important that I get the loading right. I don't go too heavy on the loading, because if you do, you're going to end up doing like 4 or 5 reps because you've not judged it properly, and it's just not really going to create much of a stimulus. You want to be landing between that 6 to 30 rep range now. I wouldn't really go higher than 20 reps ever, just because you're going to be relying obviously on more of your cardiovascular system. So that's why my warm-up sets are going to be so important. I need to make sure during my warm-up sets I've got the settings exactly right, and also that I've got the exact right weight. I'd rather undershoot the loading and end up maybe, if I'm aiming for that 6 to 9 rep range, hit maybe 10, 11 reps rather than hitting 3, 4 reps. So I'd rather undershoot it than overshoot it. Right, leg extension's done. We're moving on to this lying leg curl. I think that might just be the best set of hamstring curls I've ever done in my life. I just felt glued to the pad. Now, this is the pendulum, which I usually use. It's the same one as an Apex, Myo Strength, but I don't know if it's a newer version or what, but the platform is it's like slippery. That's why you see someone's put chalk on there. Now, usually I squat barefoot on this, but it's looking like I'm not going to be able to. I'm going to have to put my shoes on, and they're quite spongy. Just fucking Nike trainers, mate, they're spongy. Made for running, not for weightlifting now. Not optimal, obviously, but it's fucking dangerous, because I was literally slipping up the platform, so I didn't want to put any significant amount of weight on there when I'm fucking slipping. I need to be as stable as possible. I may have to play around. We've got the Cybex, I think it's called the squat leg press. It's like a pivot, which we'll go with after that, but for now, we'll see what we can do with this. I think I'm going to leave it there on that pendulum squat. I feel like I've just pulled my calf, mate. I don't know why, don't know how my calf. I don't know if it's because the shoes have got a little bit of a platform, which obviously I'm not used to. The reason I don't want to use them shoes is because they'll absorb some of the force, and it just felt a bit weird. Like, although it's the same machine, it must be the angle of the platform's different. It just felt different. It felt weird. Obviously, I'm going to have to get used to it. So I'm just going to go on the leg press next and just stick to one set of that. Right, so now we've got this Cybex squat press. Feels very nice. It's the first time I used it. I've just done a couple of warm-up sets, not got up to my working weight yet, and it feels very fucking good. Now I'm going to do 2 sets of this. Usually I'd do 1 set of leg press, but because obviously I've only done 1 set of pendulum, then I'm just going to do 2 sets of this. So we'll see what we work up to. Right, we're going to go with this. We've got 135 on each side, so that's like, what, 270? I like this. It allows you to get very deep very easily, and I'm thinking about pushing my knees forward in order to lengthen my quads as much as possible and keep the tension on those. That last set wasn't good enough. It was an okay set, but if you look at that last rep, the speed of it floored me. Just didn't have that spotter there to help me, and obviously I've never used this before, so I don't know how close to failure I can take it. So the more I use it, the more confident I'm going to become, the more load I can move, and the closer to true failure that I can get. Which is why it's so important to record your sets, because if I'd have just gone off how I felt in the set, it felt like I reached true failure. You watch it back, there's nowhere near, mate. Probably 2 reps in reserve, I'd say, which is still intense, by the way. That's still training at high intensity, but not as intense as I would like. There you go, boys. Session done. I've managed to pull my calf on the fucking pendulum squat. Somehow. I don't know how. I need to make sure I do calves because I forgot to do them. Like, I genuinely forgot, because obviously I'm used to training in my other gym at Apex. So you're in like a routine. And then when you go to a new gym, you're sort of out of that routine, and I'm looking around at all this kit, I'm thinking, I want to try you, I want to try you, I want to try you, and I just forgot about calves, to be honest, and then didn't want to do them after I'd obviously pulled my fucking calf. So I will do them next time I train on upper, because I need to stop skipping calves. In fact, I don't even skip them that often. I'm just such a long-limbed person that even though they have progressed, they have grown, I'm gonna have to have a decent set of calves on me to make them even look like average, to be honest, because I'm just so long-limbed. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video, boys. Like it, subscribe to it, and I will see you in the next video.